Hello and welcome to Geography class. In this class we are going to see the topic number 3. So in the above two presentation we had seen about how our earth is formed, how the formation earth was there. We had seen the layers of earth. We had seen the many more concepts related to the rock. So today in this class we are going to move and talk about the important points related to rocks and minerals. So this is the third presentation. In this third presentation, we will see the rocks and mineral and the types of rocks. So as we had studied about, all the rocks are having the homogeneous mixture of the mineral. So let's move. So here, the topic number 3, rocks and minerals. We will talk about what is rock. We will talk about what is mineral. We will talk about the types of rocks. So in the second presentation, already we talked and discussed about what is the meaning of rocks and what are the different types of rocks are there. So we already know about that there are 3 types of rocks are there. Igneous rocks is there, sedimentary rocks is there, and metamorphic rock is there. So moving further to talk and discuss about all this in detail, we are seeing in this presentation what is the meaning of rock, how rocks are formed, and we will talk about mineral. So let's move to the next slide. So here in this slides we are having the rocks and mineral. So rocks. So what is rock? Rocks are composed of different minerals which are naturally occurring. So the rocks are composed of different types of minerals and they are composed, and after composed they are naturally occurring substance which is having a certain physical property and definite chemical composition. So what is rock? Rock is a homogeneous mixture of minerals in that they are having a definite chemical composition and physical property. Let's move to that. The earth crust is mostly made up of various types of rocks. So what are the 3 types of rocks? The 3 types of rocks are igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic. So what is the meaning of rock? So in a very simple language, rocks are the homogeneous mixture of the mineral which they are having a chemical composition and physical properties. So moving further to see about this all the types of rocks in detail. So today in this class we will see about the rocks are very important in life. Day to day we are using number of the things which are made up of rocks. So for you we are moving to discuss the first topic, igneous rock. In this presentation we will see about what are igneous. In our previous slide also we had seen about the igneous rock. From the fire, the word igneous means Agni, the fire we were talking about. From the lava, volcanic eruption, from the lava, due to the solidification of the lava, the igneous rocks form. So let's move and see the rocks into a detailed manner. Next, here types of rocks. Igneous rocks we are talking about. So igneous means from the fire or the heat. Next, initially all rocks are igneous. So as from the center of the earth and above it, core, mantle, crust. So from center the molten magma above the floating is burst out and coming out. So initially all the rocks are igneous. We will come to discuss about all this topic, why all the rocks are initially igneous. And after that how igneous rocks due to the weatheration and all slowly small sedimentations happen and that sedimentation collect down, and after the new rock forms sedimentary, and from that heat and pressure the igneous and sedimentary rocks converted into metamorphic. So this we will talk all about in the topic of rock cycle. So moving further to discuss about igneous. So the word igneous means the fire or the heat. Initially all rocks are igneous because they are formed with the earth. Formed when the liquid lava, we are seeing this magma. This is lava. Lava is burst down and magma is flowing. Liquid lava coming out of the volcano and cools down and solidifies. and liquid rock inside a volcano called the magma. Liquid rocks, the rocks in the liquid form, they are into the volcano and they are called as magma. So the magma is there, and the burst out and lava flows down, and due to the solidification of lava, the igneous rock forms. And then after the changes of the different rocks happens and forms of different. So when it flow on the side of the mountain, it is called as lava. Okay. So for an example, this is the mountain peak, and here we are having the crater. From this, the lava is bursting, coming out, the magma from the inside coming out and floating. Flowing, after flowing here, floating, coming down, sliding. And due to solidification of that, the rocks are formed. That rocks are called as igneous rocks. So moving further to see about the examples of igneous rock, we will see the photograph. Then we will come to know about what are igneous rocks. Next, these are the two photographs of igneous rocks. Moving further to discuss about magma cooled solidified into a rock called intrusive igneous rocks. We will come to discuss about what are intrusive and what are extrusive igneous rock in the upcoming slides. Then, found outside the volcano on the surface of the earth, igneous rocks are the most commonly found rocks. Example of igneous rock is granite, which we will talk about. So moving further to discuss about more about igneous rock. That's why the igneous rocks are having more compositions of minerals in that. We can have extraction of more minerals from this igneous. From the molten magma, and after the bursting out, the lava is flowing down from the volcanoes due to solidification of that outside and inside. Then we will talk about the intrusive and extrusive igneous rocks. Next, this photograph are speaking about the igneous rock. These are the few examples I have collected from the net for you to show you about these are the igneous rocks. If you are searching on the net also, you will see all these types of rocks. For a common example, when you are playing on the playground, you are observing many types of rocks. Some rocks are easily break down into number of pieces. They are layer by layer, so they are sedimentary rock. Some rocks are very hard about that, so that can be very strong, so we can place into the igneous rock. So many rocks are lying different colors, different size and different shape. So like that, this is one example here. So as we are talking about here, so here we will search about that granite. So granite is here. These all are igneous rock, but we will bifurcate into the intrusive and extrusive igneous rock. Next, here when the molten magma cool, it becomes solid, right? Just like we are having the candle. So when we are lighting the candle, after that what will happen? The candle is burning and the wax is melting and coming down. Wax is melting, coming down, and when coming down due to the cold, it will start to solidify. After cooling, it's solidified. Like that same it is. So due to the solidification of that, rocks are formed, are called as igneous rock. Molten magma when cooled down and forms the different rocks, that type of rocks are called as igneous rocks. So moving further to talk about why they are called as a primary rock, because the process starts from the first one, the igneous. So all the rocks initially they are igneous only. We will take this point into the rock cycle and I will explain this point into more detail when we will discuss about what is rock cycle. Next, they are two types. So they are having the two types. Which rock is having the two types? So igneous rock is having the two types. So what are they? So intrusive and extrusive. As the word is speaking, intru. So in means inside, ex means outside. So like that we will discuss about this two rocks. Next, can you imagine the lava coming out from the volcanoes? Yes, we blasting and the molten magma is coming out and the lava is flowing. So we can imagine, we can have many more videos on that. I will present in front of you that video. The next, the lava is actually very red, that means burned very red, molten magma coming out from the interior of the earth's surface. When this molten lava comes on the earth's surface, it rapidly cools down and comes to the solid form, and the formation of the igneous rock is there. So moving further with the help of the picturization, we will see about how the volcanic eruption is going place and how the rocks are formed. So here is one of the examples. So magma chamber, reddish color, burning reddish color, this magma is there, and when this magma is bursting out and flowing, so the extrusive outside that mountain the rocks are formed, they are called as extrusive rocks. So here the lava is moving this side and here inside only it's used to solidify, and it takes too much time. So then that rocks are called as intrusive rocks. Intrusive, extrusive. Intrusive, extrusive. The lava is coming out, solidifying, extrusive rocks. The lava inside somewhere, the place is there or some holes are there. In the hole the lava moves, and due to solidification of that lava, the rocks are formed inside. So that is called intrusive rocks. Okay. So as one example I brought for you, this is, by seeing this you are understanding. By seeing this rock, this is rock, crystal form. When we will discuss the topic mineral, I will explain you about this one. By seeing this type of very good rocks we are having, and the rocks are very precious also, right? So next we will talk about more. Then the rocks formed in such a way on the crust are called as extrusive rock. Then they have very fine grained structure, for example basalt. So the Deccan Plateau is all formed with the basalt. The Deccan Plateau is made up of which rock? Basalt rock. Next, another, sometimes when the molten magma cools deep inside the earth only, the molten magma solidify, cooling, slowly solidify. Then the rocks are formed. What are the rocks? So they are intrusive rocks. So the intrusive rock and the example we will see here. Since they cool down slowly, they are large grains. So granite is one of the example. We were seeing about the example of granite. So granite is one of the example of such rock. And grinding stones used to prepare paste, powders, spices and grains are made up of granite. So the granite stone is used for many purposes, for grinding purpose. When we will come to discuss about the uses of rocks, we will take this point there also and we will talk more about that. What are the uses of rocks? So here the granite is using in front grinding purpose. What we are grinding with the help of tool? We are knowing about ancient time. Now also few people are using about that. Two stones one upon another, and they are pouring the grains in that, and they are grinding and converting wheat into wheat flour. Next here, up to now we discussed about that igneous rock. Up to now here we talked about how igneous rocks form, how we bifurcated the igneous rock into two parts. Okay, so the igneous rocks which are forming outside, we are placing them into the extrusive, which are solidifying inside the earth only, we are talking them and giving and placing in the category of intrusive. So how to bifurcate them? So here the question will be of the 3 marks, differentiate between extrusive and intrusive igneous rock. So igneous rocks, there are 2 types, you have to differentiate. So how you will write? So the description is like this. You can make a line in this side, and you can write extrusive here, intrusive here, and you can write like that. So igneous, which type of rock? Extrusive. Igneous, another type of rock, that is intrusive. So how you are going to write there? Extrusive igneous rocks are formed by the rapid cooling of the molten magma. Earth surface, smooth, crystalline and fine grained. Crystalline, when we are talking about in a crystal way, just like a stone is crystalline. Then next, basalt is one of the example already we have seen. Intrusive igneous rocks are formed inside the earth, and one of the example is granite. Next, these are the example of extrusive igneous rocks. Please observe the photograph. After observing the photograph, you will understand about that how extrusive igneous rocks are formed. So see each and photograph and you will come to know about that how extrusive igneous rocks are formed. So as we are talking about this extrusive igneous rocks, so these are some examples. We are talking about basalt, so this is that one example. This one. Next, we will see intrusive igneous rocks. So when we are talking about, so here granite is here. This I was talking about 2-3 times. I stated to you for the example. So this is commonly is there. We are using in our home also. So granite is there. Next, in this overview, what we talked and discussed about. So in this overview, we talked about rocks, and we will continue with minerals. So rocks and minerals. So let me explain you the difference between rock and mineral. What is rock and what is mineral? So mineral is a separate one, isolated one. Rocks means a homogeneous. In a rock, not one mineral will be there. 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, 6. Mixture will be there. So rock is a combination and mineral is aside only one element. Then the types of rocks. In that rocks, we talked about what is rocks, the composition, the homogeneous mixture of mineral, and they are having the chemical composition plus definite physical properties. So chemical composition plus physical properties, we are having the rocks. From the rocks, the minerals are extracted. From the rocks, the minerals are extracted. So we are having number of minerals. Day to day life, we are using number of minerals. So next, we talked about the types of rocks. In that, we have seen the 3 types of rock: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. So first, today in this class, we have seen about igneous rocks. And we have seen about the igneous rocks are formed. How? When the molten magma is coming out from the volcano and bursting out, and the lava is flowing down. Due to the solidification of that lava, we are getting igneous rock. So the lava coming out and solidifying at that. So that type of igneous rock is called as extrusive igneous rock. Okay, and that lava is moving deeper inside the earth somewhere, and solidification of that lava, and it will again become a rock. So that rock is going to be called as intrusive igneous rocks. So here in this presentation we have seen about the types of rocks. So 3 types of rocks, and we studied about igneous rock into detail. We have seen the definition of rock. So today your homework is that you have to write the definition of the rock. You have to write the 3 types of rocks. In that, the first point you will make about igneous rock, its definition. After writing that, igneous rocks, 2 types: extrusive, intrusive. So today in this class we talked and discussed about how the formation of the rock is there. Why we are speaking about a specific the physical properties, a definite chemical composition, the bonding the rocks is there. So in the upcoming presentation we are going to see about the 2 more rocks. we are studying the three types of rocks. Igneous is over, sedimentary and metamorphic we will talk and discuss in the next class. In the next class we will see about the sedimentary rock, how change is formed due to weathering and all, and converted into sedimentary. Igneous converted into sedimentary. Again the sedimentary and igneous will due to heat and pressure convert into metamorphic. And we will see about the uses of rocks, and we will see total rock cycle. So my request to each and everyone, my dear cadets, so this rocks and minerals day to day life we are having more importance. Let's move. Lastly, I want to thank to each and everyone for watching this video. And already I stated in the first video, whenever you are watching all my concepts which I am discussing with you here, I am talking here, you please make a note of it and write one point. If you are facing any doubt and difficulty, please let me know in the upcoming slides, and in the presentation I will take your point, and if your doubt may be, others' doubt can be. So that doubt can be sorted out. And for your homework, you have to collect different types of rock. Just I brought this rock for you. So like that, one rock you have to collect and you have to keep it with you. 1, 2, 3, which look very special for you. And we will discuss about that when we will in the class. So moving further to having the revision of this once again, I will tell you about this revision part is very important. The overview which we studied. This overview, write the definition of rock, write the definition of mineral. Types of rock. So here mineral point I will explain you more in detail. That time right. Rocks, its definition, its three types. In that igneous, after igneous, the two types of igneous. What the question will come in the examination, that also I told you. So moving further to say thanks once again to you. Please study well and be safe. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.